see what they looked like before the members of the warbirds spent thousands of hours restoring them. Then the sight that many enthusiasts are waiting for, a World War II dogfight. A Japanese Zero trundles out from Tim Wallis's Alpine fighter collection based at Wanaka. Behind him, former RAF Phantom pilot Mark Hanna in a Kittyhawk from the same stable. Mark's opponent in the Zero is his father, Ray Hanna. Years ago, the Hannas moved from New Zealand to Britain, where they now fly a similar fighter collection of their own.
There are a couple of helicopters in the zone, but we've got them on the ground now.
Okay, Chris, thank you. Got one inside behind the crowd, and I'll be well clear of him.
Roger that.
But the Zero, or Zeke, is not what it seems. Mark Hanna explains.
It's a collection of about 3 different aeroplanes that were put together for the film Tora, Tora, Tora in the late 60s. It's not a real Zero, but the real thing's extremely rare. There's only 2 flying in the world, and this is about the closest approximation you can get. And performance-wise, it's pretty similar.
And the Kittyhawk here, how long has that been flying in civilian life?
Since April this year.
So it's actually only been flying for about 6 months since the Second World War.
That's right. It was crashed up in the Aleutian Islands, and Tim bought the pieces and restored it over a 4-year period. And I actually got to air test it back in April.
What's it like to fly?
It's absolutely gorgeous. And in fact, I think of all the World War II airplanes I've flown, it's about my favorite.
To those old enough, this pairing is uncomfortably real. The Kittyhawk was the RNZAF's first fighter capable of defending New Zealand against Japanese attack. Our fathers and grandfathers flew 300 Kittyhawks in the Pacific. Often they met the real Zero.
Okay, I'm going to the right of you. It's come hard right now. Turning hard now. Roger.
I have quite a good time up there, but on a day like today, it's not as much fun as you'd think. You've got a very strong crosswind, and you're always worrying about the landing and wrapping up Tim's $1 million airplane in front of 100,000 people. So it's work rather than pure fun on a day like today, to be honest.
Is it actually hard on your body?
This is quite hard. These airplanes would be capable of 8 or 9G originally. It is quite hard. When you're pulling into hard maneuvers, you're tending to lose consciousness, so you're having to strain very hard to stay awake. And you need to have pretty strong tummy muscles and, of course, strong neck and arm muscles to look around behind at the guy you're dogfighting with.
Wait for 60 seconds.
New Zealand lost 20 Kittyhawks in the war over the Pacific. Another 152 crashed without being shot at. Today, Ray and Mark Hanna have the luxury of deciding the victor in advance.
Okay, start from approach. Keep it coming in front of the crowd. Okay.
Like 2 minutes on the phone. And Zeke and P40, can you knock it off?
Yeah, knocking it off.
And Mark, can you take it off right and hold to the south?
I think a lot of these people in this audience would like to be up there with you.
If they can hack 6G and 400 knots, they're welcome to come.